Good morning and welcome to Morning Transformations with Dr. Shana. Oh, good morning, good morning. I'm so excited to be with you again for yet another episode of these transformational mornings, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just don't know. I'm just bubbling all over. It is so wonderful to be able to spend mornings with each of you, encouraging you to be the best version of yourself. Y'all, the thought for today is pretty simple, but I think it's a weighty, meaty kind of a topic. And it's know your worth. Know your worth. You know, we live in a world that has conditioned us to look to others to help us understand our value and our worth. Like social media is built on, it's an entire platform based on what other people think about you and your life. How many of you have sat and looked to see how many likes did I get? I've done it before. How many of you have checked to see who was it that liked? Where you actually go look at the people, not just the number. Well, if I haven't hit 50 likes already, then maybe I'm not that valuable. Or I look at my neighbor's posts and they have 300 likes and mine only has 20, and I'm kind of feeling defeated and deflated because people aren't checking for me as much. How many of you have ever been there before? You know, we live in this world where that has become such a focal point. It's so important, more than it really needs to, I believe. But the danger here, y'all, here's the danger. If you're on the side that everybody is giving you all this wonderful conversation, telling you how great you are, whether it's through social media likes or responses or whatever the case may be, you are probably feeling great and in a good place. But if you're on the other side and you're the one that's getting negative feedback or no feedback, you're beginning to wonder for yourself, like, okay, what's wrong with me? Maybe I'm not as good as the next person. Maybe I'm not as important as she is or he is. And that only puts you in a place of negativity. You don't want to be there. What I'm telling you is no longer do you have to sit and wait for someone else to tell you who you are. No longer do you need someone else to decide for you your value, your purpose in life, and your worth. You see, nobody else can provide you with that information because it's not theirs to give you in the first place. If you don't decide for yourself who you are, here is the danger in that. If you don't know your own worth and value, you will always allow other people to decide for you, and they will use whatever measuring stick they decide is valid to determine your worth and your value. And if they are short-sighted about themselves, they are definitely not going to give you a longer yardstick than they have given themselves. Hello, I'm not going to judge you higher than I judge myself. I'm going to put you on a stick with me and think you just as pitiful as I am. So what I want you to understand is it is dangerous to allow other people to decide and determine for you who you are and your value and your worth. You know, it is so much more important, so much more accurate, if you will, for you to decide that for yourself. It's a novel ideal, y'all. When you think about it, when you do things, you be excited for you. When you sit and you're just quiet and maybe you're doing nothing, but you be able to connect to your own inner power, their own inner sense of self that says, I'm a worthy, valuable person on this earth. I have a voice. It deserves to be heard. I have a right to be respected. I have a right to be connected to people in my world who pour into me, who love me in a way that's unconditional. I have a right to choose those who I have around me. I have a right to not be mistreated. I have a right to not be around folks who downgrade, talk about me and backstab me and talk to me like I'm a dog. I got a right to be respected in this world. Do you understand what I'm saying? But when you wait for other people to tell you these things, you will be waiting forever. Stop holding your breath. Stop waiting on somebody to give you something that they can't give you. They don't have it to give, and so you will never receive it. You'll never get it. And as you sit on your hands and you wait for somebody to show up with this miracle of something that you think they got for you, you will continue to be disappointed and depleted the rest of your life and your existence, and you will not live the life you've said you always wanted to live. I talk to hundreds of you guys every week, y'all, whether it's on social media, in my office, on my telephone, if I'm your coach, in whatever ways I connect to you, the message is the same. Everybody just wants to be accepted somehow in this world. We want to fit in somewhere. Well, I'm encouraging you to fit in with yourself today. Don't look for someone else to validate you or your story. What you got to know is, y'all, your story is already validated because it's already your truth. You cannot contribute to my value or worth because you didn't give me any of it in the first place. You aren't the author of it. First of all, if you have a power source greater than you, then you realize the author of it is not you anyway. But whatever your source of inspiration might be, you have to understand your value cannot be tied to other people. Because if other people are in a bad mood, then your worth just went down. It's kind of like the stock market. If somebody feels a little antsy, a little scared about something, or somebody got mad at somebody at this major company and stock begins to go down, it's because of what happened. See, it's conditional. What I want you to understand is that your worth and value needs to be unconditional. You need to have unconditional worth and value that is not based on a condition of anybody else's opinion of you. Hello. Stop looking for it. Stop waiting for it. Realize that you do not need it. You are wonderful just like you are. Does it mean you don't have work to do? Oh, yeah, you got work to do. Dr. Shana will forever tell you you got work to do. We all got a bit of work to do. As long as we're here, we need to be working. But stop waiting on someone else to help you see you for you. You have got to stop looking in the mirror and understand your own value and your own worth. No one else can give it to you. I repeat, nobody else can give you your worth or give you your value. Why? Because they are not responsible for it. They aren't the author of it. They never have been. This is another space where we yield our power to other people and we give it away and get mad at them when they don't do what we want them to do with it. But they're going to do what they want to do with it. They're not going to do what you need to be done with it, which is why you should not give it away in the first place. I'm just saying. I want you to hear this, and I want you to be encouraged to realize what power do you need to take back that you've given to other people about who you are and your value and your worth. They don't get to decide, family. I don't care if this is about finances, if it's career, if it's academic, if it's your relationship, if it's your own self-esteem, whatever value and worth you've positioned yourself in, or all of these areas, let it be what you think about you, not what someone else thinks about you. Again, their bad day will equate you suck, basically. That's what it means. If they're having an amazing day and they're feeling great, then you are the best thing next to sliced bread. Well, you don't want to be at the whim of somebody in their moods. You don't want to do that. Decide today. Decide today that you will be the one that has the measuring stick of your value and your worth, not somebody else. Decide right now today that you are valuable just like you are, with all your flaws and all the things that could possibly be wrong. You are wonderful just like you are. It doesn't mean you don't have work to do, but it means you are in a space where you can learn, listen to this, to love and accept who you are, when you are, where you are. I shall repeat that. Recite this thought, that I will love who I am, when I am, where I am. I will love me who I am, when I am, where I am. So as you go, we're on this journey, y'all. Life is not a destination. It is a journey. And as you're on this journey, you can love yourself along the way, even if you aren't where you want to be. See, my value and my worth is not, I repeat, is not wrapped up in my position right now in this world. I could have a sum total of 0, or I could have a sum total of 1,000,000. My worth and value is not wrapped up in any of it. I can know 5,000 people. I can know 5 people. My value and my worth is not wrapped up in any of those things. My value and my worth is something inside of me that has nothing to do with external factors. 0. Other people, places, or things do not matter. Decide for yourself. I will decide my own worth and value. I will not let others do that for me. Today I decide to value myself appropriately by using my measuring stick and not someone else's. Decide that for yourself today, that you know your value, you know your worth, and it is not based on what anyone else thinks or says. Love yourself enough to know who you are. and say that affirmation. I will love myself for who I am, when I am, where I am. I will love myself for who I am, when I am, where I am. And if you want to add one other piece of that, I will love and accept myself for who I am, when I am, where I am. Because one of the things that we do very often is we will not accept ourselves, because we're always looking for that room and the space to fit in amongst other people, places, or things. And my question to you is, why do you need to fit in the place when you already fit in for yourself? See, we always looking to fit in somewhere else when we already are fitting in ourselves. That's the fitting in you got to worry about. Once you got that down, the rest of it's going to be all right. So your affirmation for today, 2 of them. Today I decide to know my worth and know my value by my measuring stick. And I will love and accept me for who I am, when I am, where I am. Meditate on that, y'all. Use that to motivate you to move forward today, to know your value and your worth, regardless as to what happens. Your worth and your value is not based on outside circumstances. It's not. Don't matter what happened today. Your worth and your value do not change. They do not. They do not. Remember your next transformation, y'all. There's only one decision away. Make it a great one. And decide today to value yourself appropriately. Realizing that you can love and accept yourself for when you are, where you are, at all times, and who you are. Right now, today, I encourage you to do so. I'm rooting for you. I'll see you tomorrow.